There are many different ways to buy Bitcoin, but the cheapest and fastest way to buy Bitcoin with cash is with a CoinFlip Bitcoin ATM. CoinFlip ATMs allow anyone to buy Bitcoin with the lowest fees and within just a few steps. Hi, I'm Amy, and I'm one of the hundreds of store owners who partner with CoinFlip. In this convenient store, we host a CoinFlip Bitcoin ATM. We earn passive income, more foot traffic, and we get free advertising done by the CoinFlip team. Getting the ATM was easy. We just contact the CoinFlip team at info@coinflip.tech, and they handle everything with no cost to the store owner. This includes installation, maintenance, marketing, and even 24/7 customer service. We just provide a small space within the store. To get your own CoinFlip Bitcoin ATM and join the monetary revolution, contact CoinFlip today. info@coinflip.tech or fill out the form at request.coinflip.tech. 773-800-0106.
And we're live, bro.
Cheers. Happy New Year's, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa.
They canceled. They canceled all of them. They've all cancel culture got them all. Yeah, if not cancel culture,
it will be this year.
That's what I know. You're using this to do that too, man. I call that coming from a mile away.
Mm-hmm.
You know what else I noticed? All the mom and pop shops that have been shut down, right? Like, the only places for people to go now are those big corporations.
Wall Street, Target,
Amazon
is forever, everywhere.
Exactly. Everyone just got in line for the Amazon, employment opportunities. It's, man, it was such like a carrot and stick thing too. They're like, oh, you want your stimulus money? Here you go. Like, all the distractions were perfect. We got like the Mandalorian from Disney and shit. Like, that even had me not giving a fuck for a while.
Yeah, man, it's sad, and you find that, to me, this pandemic just uncovered what structurally was weak with the economy anyway, right? Things were already effed up.
Yeah, but now they're using the scapegoatism thing, man.
So
like,
now
they're blaming fucking Reddit. No, now they're blaming Reddit though.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
They just
what do you think is going to happen?
What
do you think is going to happen with?
They're going to bail out everybody that lost money in that shit, and they're going to blame the kids on Reddit. Robinhood's going to get in trouble, but the big dogs, they're going to be fine.
No, what I'm saying is, from a regulatory standpoint, do you think they're going to start saying that you can't shill stocks or stuff on forums? Or
of course, come on. They're going to hold the platforms accountable. It's going to be in their TOS updates, just like when you post I tried posting a link to a website on Facebook, and I'm banned for 30 days. NFTforsale.com. That's all I posted, nothing else, just that link, and banned for 30 days. I can't DM transaction histories. Can you? Have you had that problem recently? In Twitter, DM me a link to the transaction history of a transaction from the Block Explorer.
What?
Multiple people in my Telegram have been having that issue where you can't send, usually when you send somebody money, you just send them that link real quick. Like, hey, check the Block Explorer. You see the sending address, you see the receiving address, you see the amount. It's on there in case it's not showing up in your wallet.
Here's the issue that I have with my people on the left. See, they want to send, when they took off Trump, right? People think that's a good thing. It's not a good thing, because now the bar is just gonna move further and further to the left, where you won't be able to send transactions through DMs. They're just gonna censor you to the point where it's 1984.
Yep.
They took off when they did Alex Jones. I said that's a problem. Louis Farrakhan, that's a problem.
Well, all these platforms started to give people a voice, and now they're taking it away after those people have built it up. And that, I think, is destiny for any platform. Once it gets big enough, that's it. It's going to be held accountable. If it's centralized, they can be squeezed, and we're seeing that happen. And now we're seeing people like Jack Dorsey realizing it was probably a waste of time to build a centralized anything, because no matter what he wants to do with it, it's never going to be up to him. He probably should have built a dApp. And I think the next Jack Dorseys are already out there not building Facebooks or Instagrams that will just be bought up by the monopolies and added to the trove of TOS bullshit, but they're building dApps now.
But they've taken it a step further. Now they're taking you off of web services.
Yep, I've seen that.
Amazon, Parler.
Seen that coming.
It's getting really scary to me, Ken. And I think, blockchain, that's our solution. That's our solution. I don't know whatever happened with Substratum. Remember that decentralized internet?
Yeah, Nexus
ICO,
too, Nexus Earth.
Something's gonna be, I'm waiting for that.
I'm with you. We need that. Without that, all this decentralized is just bullshit. It's not decentralized without decentralizing the internet.
Exactly. It's decentralized on centralized networks.
Yeah, that works.
Right.
That'll be just fine. I called out Parler day one. That dude, David, whatever, the founder and CEO, he blocked me on Twitter ages ago. But like day one, they were talking about how they're like, freedom of speech, decentralized, censorship resistance and all this stuff. I'm like, they're going to get shut down in like, a matter of time. Like, this is inevitable. And like, people are like, why are you calling Parler a scam? But it's not a scam. And I'm like, well, they're not just scamming you because you're not buying Parler coin, right? They're scamming you because they're getting all that user data. They're selling it just like Facebook would. And they're also getting investors that give them money for ad space and future potential. Like, they're scamming other people. So just because you don't think it's a scam or you don't see it doesn't mean it's not.
I put a tweet out earlier this week, Ken. I said, if the product is free, you're the product. It's plain and simple, man. Anything we're using for free, they're monetizing us. They're monetizing our data.
At least on centralized platforms. In a decentralized way, it is a little bit different.
We'll see how that pans out. Yeah, I mean, I guess. I don't know. You could still monetize users in a decentralized way.
How?
Because you could literally offer the service for free, right? And then you can get advertisers to pay to the DAO. Like if you had a DAO, they would pay the DAO to advertise on your platform.
Yeah, but then if it's all on a blockchain... But here's
the revenue with whoever's in that DAO.
So but that's just like Steam, right? Like Steemit. You know how many people have built their own UI, their own Explorer for the blockchain, so they can view the blockchain in their own social media platform that they built and designed. Once it's on the blockchain, it doesn't matter what the main builders and platform operators want to do. As long as it's an open source, decentralized, blockchain with the data on there. You could just build a skin that views it in a different way. Yeah, that's true.
Because I remember when Steemit started putting up ads. That was a little distasteful.
I used busy.org for the longest time.
Okay.
I know Steemit was, it's the same thing, but the way busy.org kind of made the UI for Steam was just like, it was exactly like Medium. And I don't know why Steam itself or Steemit themselves never really got out of that beta look.
Yeah, they never did. That's very true. They changed their color scheme up to that whole green. That
was huge, bro. It was huge. Everyone was so excited. I was like, can we get a UI UX update though? Like,
right, not a logo and a CSS file change color update. Yeah.
A lot of people ask me how do I interact with these decentralized applications, social media platforms. I use things like MetaMask or Clever, for Tron dApps. But like for Ethereum dApps, you just open MetaMask. You can go right to the dApps and you can see all the tabs they have. And you can just click on like social. And there's dozens of social decentralized applications, and I think a lot more people are just going to keep building them. And true decentralization is, not your keys, not your coins. It's going to be not your platform, not your blog. You're going to have to be your own Mark Zuckerberg.
So what happens with censorship then?
Self-censorship at that point. And then it will be self-governance, right? If you post things or whatever on, Crypto Blood's decentralized social media platform, people might not gravitate towards it if it's not, usually not positive stuff. Maybe you get stuck in a weird echo chamber of hate if you do things that don't go with that vibe. But I think, that's where we'll end up going is, how easy it is to create your own ERC20 right now or your own NFT as opposed to like even 2 years ago. You would need an entire developer team with 6 figures to get that done. Platforming and all these things like, creating a Uniswap, SushiSwap, PancakeSwap, all these things are so easily done. Moving forward, just after this year, we're going to see the ability of making your own platform just as easy as making your own shitcoin.
Yeah. Yeah, so I was well, as far as censorship though, I was just kind of thinking about, I was on with Joel, my man Joel. We were talking about Parler before it went down. This is right before it went down. And I was like, yo, I went and jumped on Parler just to check it out, see what was going on. I was like, it's a lot of echo chambering going on over there. And I'm all for freedom of speech, but I think it was like everyone from one ideology jumped on there, and it was just a big ass echo chamber.
Well, everything starts like that. Facebook was an echo chamber for college kids. Twitter was an echo chamber for celebrities. They all branch out. Even Bitcoin was an echo chamber for degens and degenerates and stuff. And as things get more mainstream adopted, the mainstream bring in that diversity. But most things do have that pinnacle, demographic that kind of pops it off.
That's true.
But that doesn't mean that's where it will stay. And even Parler, was so new that's their marketing was going towards that. So they were building an echo chamber. But I don't think like if those 4chan and Reddit kids decided to hop on Parler, it would have been a little bit more diverse. And there's not much there's not much they would have been able to do.
They couldn't even get to that point. I mean, I think they're going to be launching back up soon. I saw they fired their CEO.
That was a good call.
Why do you say that?
The way they were marketing and everything to begin with. That's why I was calling them out as a scam, and people were like, "Why?" And I'm like, I saw that day Amazon got rid of them happening the day they came out. I just was like, "Well, you're David and Goliath," except David came out with fucking road flares on and all kinds of reflected. Came out with all this attention, I'm like, maybe you wanted to be a little sneaky when going up against the giant. Nah, they wanted to come out ablazing, and no, you're going to get squashed, bro. Saw it immediately.
Interesting.
You got to be off the radar. Build a bigger community with that grassroots without all that paid ads and YouTube and ads on TV and celebrities having a cult. Natural grassroots. If you built that low key, then they try to destroy it. Good luck, because that's how you end up with a Reddit bomb.
What happened with Gab? Gab kind of went that way.
I never really got into it. I don't even know what Gab was. I mean, people use mines and stuff. There's so many, but that's the point. Like, I love that there's a plethora, but I can only use so many. I think we're live on like 8 platforms right now simultaneously.
What's going on? We live, baby. Yeah.
I just don't like to be on one thing. I don't want to build a soapbox on one rug that's going to get pulled because I said something that they don't agree with.
I'm with you. Yeah, I'm with you on
what
that.
What are you doing to plan for that? You know what I mean? Like that we've seen what happens with waves of like, deplatforming crypto content creators. And that was before Bitcoin broke 10K again and then 20. I am waiting for that. And I don't know if a lot of these content creators that are spending all their time and energy focused on YouTube are preparing themselves financially or career-wise.
Remember the last time there was that big crypto purge and everyone was like, "Oh, I'm leaving YouTube. I'm not doing this anymore." I'm like, "No, you're not. You'll be back."
I said that shit on stage at the summit. Remember that?
Yeah.
I called them out to their fucking faces.
Yeah, we sure did. I'm like, "No, you'll be back. You'll be back." Like, come on now. Let's not be stupid here. The biggest audience for you to educate, if half these people aren't educating, they're just literally just extracting viewerships and getting money from it. But whatever, right? The biggest platform to do that is YouTube. Is still growing. It's on an upward trajectory. YouTube is it. If you get pulled, like you said, you better have backups. Like I'm on Library. That's where I post my content. So every video I do, I post on Library. Gotta have a backup for sure.
Yeah, I'm linked up to Library, and I think Odyssey's their live streaming platform now.
Okay, I haven't used their live stream. I didn't know they were live with
I
that.
saw Jeff Berwick promoting
pun
it,
intended.
and I was just like, wait, what? Like, Jeff don't really be showing nothing. So I was like, let me look at this. And I saw it was Library, and I was like, damn, I didn't even see Library talking about this. I saw Jeff, so then I checked it out, and yeah, they have a lot of, like, mainstream content creators on there right now, like that have already just been pissed off by YouTube and multiple different topics. It actually doesn't have that echo chamber. The echo chamber is I beat the platform before, and then it's diverse as hell inside of there.
But that's the best platform to build and to grow, because I think like a BitChute and some of these other decentralized video platforms are too crypto related. We need a community where it's just not crypto that's on there going to watch their favorite content creators. That way we can reach people who aren't really in crypto. You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
So
I'm trying to set up the chat on my stream right now, and I don't know why it hasn't been showing up the past 2 days, so I can't get it on the screen right now. But I do got a bunch of people on Vim. Shout out to Vim. Periscope's pretty lit. YouTube's even going. But that's the thing. I'm on multiple platforms just in case that happens. Especially Library. I love, like, that's kind of like a weird comfort of ease knowing that, like, whatever happens on, like, YouTube or whatever, like, at least my podcast today will be backed up on there.
Right. Yep. Same here, man. So check me out on Library if you guys... If they murk me out here on these YouTube streets, check me out there.
Oh man, I really can't get this chat to show up on OBS right now for the life of me, and nothing makes sense. Huh, that is weird. Sorry about that, guys. I'm like sitting here looking at it, and
where's the chats coming from?
Everywhere, but I'm using it from Restream.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Wait, maybe? Yo, I did a thing and it worked. Bro, I did it. I'm sorry it took me that long, guys. I saw that the chat wasn't coming in. And, I like having the chat on the screen for historical purposes. Like, does that make sense? You know what I mean? Like, so when people watch it, they can see what people were saying while we were talking.
Yeah, I always have my stream up. Yep. I'm with you on that.
There we go, guys.
God darn it, I didn't mean to do that.
Chat's back up. Oh, that looks good. There we go. All right, let me bring the chat back up over here so I can see what you guys are saying, because I haven't been able to see this whole time, honestly. Shout out to 3 Douglas. Thank you, bro, for tuning in.
What's
DJ
up,
Meat
3D?
Popsicle. Scott's in the chat, bro. Thank you for tuning in. McLovin. How goes it, bro? Emilio. I love you, bro. Mendoz. How goes it? Real noob. You're not a noob. What up, Rift? Oh, what's up, Ernest of Gaia? How goes it? Check is Z. My bro. Shout out to CoinKit. We need to get wax on CoinKit ASAP. Let's get it going, guys. I want to give away wax with CoinKit. I don't know. Have you ever used any of those like giveaway bot things just to like give back to your community? Like, how do you give back to your community? I know a lot of people do it differently. I'm just over here like doing crazy shit. I'm wondering what you've been up to.
I don't do too many giveaways really. I did one with Telos. Like I'll give away when I'm doing stuff with partners, I'll do some giveaways here and there, but Telos was the last giveaway I've done. I hope they held on to those tokens too, because boy, Telos is doing very well right now.
Those T-bonds though.
Yeah.
Big brain.
Yeah, man, that's big time stuff right there. They sold out actually. I just had Douglas Horn on my show maybe I published it to my YouTube members, I think on last Tuesday, and I made it live Thursday or Friday of this past week. When we did the stream, when we did the interview, I think Telos was at 4 cents. It's now at 13 cents now. So well overdue for Telos. They're doing their thing, man.
I like
Very
the Z-Bond
underrated.
concept in general. I can't wait for so many people to like hop on that bandwagon because that's a great concept.
Very great and unique concept.
And
So,
he has an entire project built around that outside of it as like an on-ramp solution. So he has like a whole thing for people to do that too. So they could reach out to Douglas for that if they're interested in doing something similar to T-Bonds. Can't remember
Yes.
the name of the project he made for that.
um,
I did a podcast with him recently and we were talking about it. But
his new project.
yeah, so it was what he basically said he used to build the T-bonds, the NFTs
Yeah.
and stuff. And I was just like, we're seeing DeFi and staking and all of these things coming to NFTs. And I've been waiting forever for, since I got into Bitcoin in 2015, I heard about color coins. And I was
Color
like,
coins, yes.
yo, man, there were NFTs before NFTs were NFTs. I love
Very
them.
true, man. Cats don't remember color coins. I remember that. That was like, yeah, that was it, man. That was like Ethereum before Ethereum. That was the concept.
You
Like,
could
it
have
was-
like a stable Bitcoin. You could just take your
Yeah.
one Bitcoin and make it into a color coin like Ken. And then that one Ken is always one Bitcoin. So I was like, as soon as NFTs and CryptoKitties, and I was just like, I would been waiting for like NFT stable coins or NFT something. And then
Yeah.
T-bonds came out and I was like, yes. And now the next thing will come. And then the next thing will come because of that. And that's,
Yep.
NFTs will play a severely huge part of finance moving into the economy from fiat to cryptocurrencies.
So it says, shout out to Crypto Blood, turned 8K into 25K off that call. Yeah, man. That's what's up, Alpha One.
Alpha Moves
what's up.
right there. That's Alpha
Alpha.
Moves.
Alpha moves. Okay, I can't see.
No,
from
no,
here.
I'm just saying Alpha One had that was an alpha move they made.
Oh, Alpha Move. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Last night we talked about regulatory efforts coming from these, alphabet boys in regards to NFTs. What are your thoughts? How do you see them attacking the NFT space? Can they attack the NFT space? I would love to hear your thoughts because you weren't on last night. I wanted to definitely hear your thoughts on that.
It's all gonna happen, man. I mean, the same way we saw Parler get hit by Amazon web server, all these
Yeah.
NFTs are hosted there too. Wait
Mhm.
until they don't like your collection and error 404 when you're trying to look at the art backed by to the token that you own. You're just gonna have a
Interesting.
token. A lot of
So
the
you-
images might not be hosted there, but they're all susceptible in their own way to censorship. So it's not unless they're using something like Filecoin or SIA or something like where they're
Or
actually
some ISPF, yeah.
yeah, even with ISPF, if the platform similar to how somebody did a WikiLeaks style post on Steemit a few years ago, and then Steemit decided to not show it on Steemit platform, but it was still on the blockchain, so you could view it on those other ones that people built to view the blockchain,
Yep.
and that'll happen probably the same way to NFTs. If you do it even today with not safe for work or severely inappropriate, shit that you made into an NFT, you're not going to be able to see that on OpenSea or on Atomic Hub or any of these platforms because they're just not showing it, right? So they could still censor it to that point too. It's still all, a weird little house of cards that's it's so early, right? Like that's the thing. Like NFTs are like Bitcoin 2010, 11.
Sure.
It's early.
Yeah.
So high risk, high reward type shit is how I'm looking at it. But it is very risky.
How will it impact? Like, it's weird though because it can't really impact because each NFT is its own asset, its own unique digital asset on the blockchain. How will it affect the collective? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be
the same
so,
way if Bitcoin had an exploit which shot 256, Ethereum, everything's
not really
going.
because those are fungible, Ken. Those are fungible, so it would affect every piece of
I think
Bitcoin out there on the.
but that's the sentimentalness of it would be
Okay.
that, right? Like, if there's something that goes wrong with like one of my LeBron James NFTs on Top Shot, that's going to create a whole discouragement to anybody in any NFT. So it's almost
Okay.
like NFT is an NFT. So it's
Okay.
like, yeah, I think that
Alright.
that could be like that spiral effect of somebody's going to see like, you know, like I think the most recent one, for example, was like Blue Kirby did like a rug pull on Rarible and like burnt all their NFTs and stuff, and it was like a weird little example of like what could come. And I'm looking at like what happened with Arthur Haynes and BitMEX, and I get worried about Rary and Rarible and platforms like that the SEC may want to, you know, or probably is, you know, looking
They're
at.
going to.
And
They absolutely are. Anytime we make money, man, it's a problem. We saw it, the latest, of course, GameStop.
And a lot of people that are making NFTs on platforms like Rarible are doing it on Rarible Shop. They're not paying the transaction fees that, you know, that cost to make their own stores on Ethereum's blockchain. They're minting those NFTs to the Rarible store, unless, you know, some artists do have their own, but a lot of people are just minting to Rarible. And it's almost like a central point of failure in that sense. And I'm just, ever since they created their own currency and everything, I'm just like NFT
I was
platforms that are centralized have been concerning me.
I was thinking one attack would be KYC at these where, you know, OpenSea, Rarible platforms.
It's
They're gonna
already
get hit with-
happening.
You have to. Okay.
Yeah, it's already happening. Like the Top Shot stuff, you got to wait like 6 to 8 weeks in order to like cash out. So it incentivizes a lot of wash trading and money laundering because I have like $5,000 in Top Shot, but I got to wait 8 weeks. Hey, blood, if I send you $5,000, will you give me 4 in Bitcoin? Just it's stuck on your Top Shot account. You know what I mean? But you're already verified, so what do you care? It's like that's what they're incentivizing, and it's happening even at that level and smaller ones even. Yeah. I'm skeptical of it as much as I love it, and it sucks.
Same here, because we've been through that. You know why? Because we've been in it so long. We know the boys are right around the corner.
And
Right around
I've
the
seen
corner.
it play out with the big guys and the little ones in between. And yeah, the platforms like Rarible definitely do worry me when it comes to like, you know, how they'll be able to defend themselves when that time comes. Probably not much, considering people have been stealing each other's art, minting it, and selling it on that platform. And then the fact that, you know, they created Rary, which is like basically an incentive to wash trade. Like, that's why wouldn't you at that point? And that's what's happening. It's not something they can stop now, but it's something they could have prevented by not doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see, man. We'll see what else is going on in the Ken Bozak world.
Oh shit, I've been going at Street Fighter today and Capcom for being posers. Dude, I'm so sick of like crypto culture appropriation. It's like just like it's triggering me, bro. I need to find a safe space or something just to take a break. So like Street Fighter's coming into NFTs, right? Like Capcom, legit, you know? They're doing a pack sale for like $10 for a basic, $50 for like, you know, the bigger pack or whatever. And on their website, it just says you can purchase this with fiat, you know, USD. Doesn't say only. So for a long while, people have been stacking wax thinking they can use it. You know, people in my Telegram, and it's just like today we find out like it's only USD you can buy these NFTs with. And they're saying, oh, it's so like Capcom doesn't dump on the market. You know, people are going to just give them wax and they're going to dump it. And I was like, all right, well, that's their problem then. Like, you know, maybe don't dump it. Maybe, you know, use it, stake it. I don't know, do business like things in the crypto. If you can't contribute to the economy of the ecosystem, get the fuck out. You know, you can't just be a parasite.
That's exactly what that is.
Yeah, this is a cyclical economy, and if we don't stay cyclical, it will fail. And these parasites that come in just to have cash grabs for fiat events kind of need to be pointed out and just be like, yo, if you don't accept crypto for this, I'm not buying your crypto stuff. You can have both. If you need to have fiat on ramp, that's fine. I'm not against that. But if you're going to be selling me something that, you know, is going to be only bought and sold on the secondary markets with that currency, that to me is a setup. Like, I see that in a different way where a lot of people are defending it, but I'm like, you're only defending it because you got a bag. Like, this isn't how it should be done. You know, and like, you're gonna buy these packs with your fiat because you can, because you're privileged to have a credit card, and then you're gonna go and upsell it for, you know, 2 times that or more on the secondary market for wax, because wax is the global currency for the global market. That's fucked up to be making money off of other people's, like, unopportunistic, like, not because they didn't do it because they're lazy, but they couldn't do it because of the way it was set up. And it's set up for people with fiat to make money scamming people with crypto. And that frustrates me because everybody's going to FOMO on the secondary market. They're going to spend more than whatever the original prices are, don't matter what, on that day, on that market. And that's where it's just like becomes one of those things where you have 50 people lined up out of a friggin' iTunes or an Apple store to buy all the iPhones and just sell them on eBay. This is why you can't get a PS5 or an Xbox X now, because of this. And that's what they're doing. They're just taking the Xbox and PlayStation bullshit marketing and bringing it into NFTs and making, everyone's cool with it if you're in the Telegram because you know the fucking scam. You're in on the scam. You're cool with it because you know enough that if you buy these with your PayPal and credit card, people that can't all over the world, they can only pay in wax. We can corner the market. And it's like they're all hyped for it. And that's their argument to me is basically how they're going to scam somebody in the secondary market for more money. Like, you're just, like, agreeing with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. The pattern just keeps popping up, man. I think it's human nature. It's us. We're the problem. You know, that greed, you know?
Because it is guaranteed money. Like, you're definitely going to be able to buy a pack for $10 and then go rip somebody off for $20 in wax and then cash out your wax and doubled your money day one off of hurting somebody else.
Right. Yeah. Man, what's going on with Tesla, Elon, man? That's major news for Bitcoin.
He didn't announce what else he bought, bro. What else is in the basket? You know he didn't just hedge all of his stuff into one basket, right? Like, he diversifies. He's that kind of a dude. I'm thinking he's going to be leaking some Doji news and some ETH stuff and some others.
For sure, Doge for sure. I mean, basically, everything he's been chilling for the last couple years, you know, it's been Bitcoin and Dogecoin.
Right on.
Yeah, so that's going to be interesting if they buy Doge, man. I was talking to the fellas last night on my Off the Chain about Doge, and I was just kind of asking them what were their thoughts. I mean, you've been around for a while in crypto. I've been around. I remember when Doge was created. And, you know, it's been one of those fun meme tokens not to be taken seriously. But can it be transformed into a token to be taken seriously? What's your thoughts? If enough mainstream celebs and companies and...
That's Bitcoin, though, isn't it?
I mean, I don't know, man. Last night they were saying there's really nothing different from Doge and Bitcoin other than the liquidity.
Exactly. And that's just celebrities using it and all that coming in. That's Bitcoin, right? I mean, how did Bitcoin get here? A couple tweets from Elon Musk later and we're at 40K. You know, Doge could do that as well. It could be taken very seriously by those that are either bag holders, you know, because this is a financial trust fall. It's very, like the GameStop thing with the Wall Street bets, that's a financial trust fall. You and all your friends, it's like jumping into a crowd and doing a crowd surf at a concert. You got to hope that they're going to put their hands up and not let you fall flat on your face. And then that's happening all day, every day, nonstop with more and more and more money, more and more people. And yeah, it gets to be, a problem when there's like wallets that have 20, 30% of, the entire supply. I don't know if you've read that article, but, people have been posting in the wallets, active wallets that have more than 10 and 20% of circulating supply of Doge. That, even if they wanted to play around with, would just ruin this for years. It would take hundreds of millions of dollars to recover.
Yeah, and the thing is, one thing people fail to realize, I remember when, the Doge community decided to change the protocol to being inflationary, right? So I think it's like 5 million tokens a year or 50 million, something like that. So it's an infinite supply of Doge, So
There is an infinite supply of people. So,
nah.
I mean, until the world ends, and but people keep getting born all the time. Wallets keep getting locked up with Doge in it because people, die with their keys. It's just, I see it.
Okay, I get your angle.
I've talked to enough Dogesters.
Oh, to convince you that that's their
No, just to know like
that's their pitch.
some of those arguments that they might have. I've always seen Doge as one of those things where it's like a trust fall coin or whatever. I remember, what was it, like 2016 or something? I saw it for like the first time really looking at it because it was like, it was such a joke. I'm like, wow, like it would only be like $1,000 to get 1,000,000 Doge right now. What a joke! What a joke that would be to have 1,000,000 of one kind of coin.
I had about 16 million Doge.
So I didn't do it, but I wish I did. But I remember looking at it then.
I was mining Doge.
Oh, see, that's the thing I think Doge's superpower is going to be too. A lot of that. A lot of people that wanted to get in from Robinhood and can't and all that, they're going to realize they don't have to buy this stuff. They can mine this stuff. They can get it for free. They can work for it. They can earn it. It's going to open up a whole new world to those people who think their 9-to-5 money has to be converted to something else. Like, you can just manifest crypto. Be a miner. Earn some Doge or whatever. Ethereum. Whatever your
It would be interesting to go check out what Doge
you can't buy it, earn it. Mine it.
I wonder what Dogecoin's mining hash rate is. If it's jumped, since I'm sure it has, more people getting on there mining.
People, you nerds
but
out there, let me know.
It's been merge mined with, it's merged mined with Litecoin. So they share hash power. That happened maybe about 2016, 15.
Any big miners out there flipping switches back and forth recently? Let me know.
Let us know.
I know you know that stuff, chat.
Yeah.
So what's up with Blood NFTs?
They're coming.
Yeah.
They're coming. I've been so busy, man. Over at EOS Detroit, bro. We're doing a lot of major things in the NFT space. Just had a new kid, new young blood. So had a baby boy. So I've been real busy. But that definitely, I'm doing an NFT. I know you've been doing your thing in that space, man. So congrats to you and your success. Yeah.
It's been a grind, that's for sure. If it wasn't for all these people here, it wouldn't be very far. So it goes to them. I got some big news coming out at 4:20 p.m. Eastern. I'll be live with Crypto Stash on his
Crypto Stash. What's going on?
I'll be announcing something really big at 4:20 p.m. I do have a wax drop and a auction for mint number 1 going right now for my NFT. I called it Minting Happy NFTs in honor of Bob Ross. Instead of painting happy trees, minting happy funny. NFTs. I don't know. Yeah. Makes me think of them. Anyway, yeah, dude, when it goes to like that stuff, I think you're going to do very well because you have the eye and the mind for it. You know what I mean? Like you'd be able to gamify, your thing instead of it just be like, half naked nudes in the shower. Right. It'll have something utilitarian to it. Sort of like mine have like airdrops and like memberships that can only be gotten through like PayPal or Patreon subscribers. And, I have like a membership card that just gives away NFTs every month just because somebody got a card. So there's like so many things and I know you're going to have a lot of fun playing with that.
Yeah, shout out. I need a dope ass artist, illustrator.
You can have mine, bro. He's amazing.
Okay. Yeah, I need
AJ. That's the one who just made mine. If you looked on my Twitter feed and see that art, he made that for me. We've been working together for a few months now. I met him through a friend of a friend. Like I was playing Apex Legends one day, and I was just like in the middle of a game, ended up winning or something. And I was on a live stream, somebody in the chat, and we were anyway. This guy went from there to now. We've been making NFTs together for months, and he's just getting better and better. so much fun watching his like
He does
quality
he does
increase.
animation as well.
Yep.
That's dope. I see your one NFT, your Mint One auction. That's pretty dope. Mint Happy NFTs.
Yeah, minting happy NFTs. That's the thing. It's like, don't buy my NFT if you don't love me. I don't.
Right.
It's not a pump and dump speculative thing. That's where a lot of people I think go wrong in the NFT space, coming from like the quote unquote influencer or like public personality space, like fucking Soldier Boy and shit. Like that is not the way to go. It's just not the route. And I hope that people, don't reward that shit, because it would just motivate more of that shit, and that's
They
how we end up
will,
getting
though.
more shit.
You got to remember, man, I've come to the conclusion literally over the last maybe 3-4 years that majority of people are just sheep and just dumb, bro. It's sad. I don't know why.
It's gullibleness too, man. That's the problem that I see, is a lot of people are just like gullible, and they don't, because of, a little bit of whatever, low IQ and gullibility on top, people are just, they don't even know for the longest time that they're getting, misled. And that's why I'm mad at like the way I saw the Street Fighter thing go down. It's just like, I don't know how to put into like words that, you can understand why this makes me mad. In so many ways, what is happening in that whole thing is just what's wrong with all of it. It's just, I can't buy it. I know that if I drop the stack, I could double it day one. I know I can't do that, because I know just as much that the person on the other end of that is just getting ripped off by me for that come up, just because they didn't have an on-ramp to the original sale. Dude, it's just, you know what I mean? Like, to me, this is like a religion or like a family or something. Like, a lot of other people just visit it and they're coming in and out, and I just don't like to see them taking advantage of people on the ins and outs. Like, feel free to come and go, but don't be taking my community's money on your way in and out. That ain't right. It's like when those Bitcoin conferences pop off for like, consensus, $5,000 to get in. They don't accept Bitcoin for the ticket.
That's how you know this whole industry has been pretty much co-opted, and it's messed up, bro.
You know that
it's not what it used to be.
You know that meme from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy with the dolphins? They leave Earth. It's thanks for all the fish, and the dolphins leave. That's how I feel like Street Fighter and Capcom are going to be like during their launch party. It's just like, thanks for all the fish, because you do, like, they gave away free NFTs today and yesterday. They're giving away these free NFTs, and you can just go and get one. It's for free, but they have a 6% sales commission on secondary sales. And I've been watching the secondary sales for this free NFT that they gave away. That's infinite. There's an infinite amount. Like, there's more than there are people that can exist, right? But yet people are still buying and selling them on the secondary market, even though there's an infinite amount of them. Infinite. The number doesn't end. It just could go on forever. All right, but people are still buying and selling them. They make 6% of every transaction on the secondary market. So I kind of came to a weird epiphany when I saw that, and I was like, wait, they gave you free NFTs, and they're charging people 6% on something that is infinite. That's like NFT slavery. Like USD slavery 2.0. Like, I see what they're doing. Like, they just made you all worker bees.
Yeah, that's slick. That's real slick, man. You're gonna see more and more of it, man. Until get it in while you can, people. I tell you that much. Get it in while you can, because I'm telling you, they're gonna have some type of. You're gonna need some license to be an NFT. They're gonna do.
Oh, for sure. You can't buy.
Know.
You can't sell me the house you own without somebody in between with a license to give us that permission to do that transfer.
Right.
NFTs are going the same route, and I can see it now.
Route,
the Street Fighter thing that's happening. You can't get in unless you have a Wax Cloud wallet, which means you have to log in with your Google account. So with your Google account, you log in and create this wallet, and the only way to buy is with fiat. That's it. They did all the KYC right there, but it looks not like, oh, there's no
Right.
KYC. They didn't need a picture of my
That's true.
driver's license. Like, what do you're using your credit card. You're using your Google account. Like, you don't
Very
think
true.
that the IRS is going to come at you in a couple years on a few Pokemon cards that you sold? Yeah. Ask anybody who sold $1 million worth of Pokemon cards on eBay what the IRS had to say to them when they
Right.
didn't pay taxes. They got away with it for a while. Even the Beanie Baby people got away with it for a while.
Yep. It's coming. It's coming, people. Definitely coming.
So I get asked this question the most, and I feel like I can take advantage of you being here. What is the biggest, like, what is the difference between, like, Wax and EOS? Because, like, a lot of people don't understand that whole thing coming into the space new. So, like, if there's a lot of people coming in from, like, the Street Fighter community, like, because they are
Right.
promoting it on Twitter, they may not understand that, like, where Wax and EOS come together and go apart.
So they're I mean, Wax is using EOS IO, right? Which is like the underpinning of what EOS is using as well. But like Wax to me is, I like how you just talk about that, like their Wax cloud wallet. That feature right there is something that you would think EOS would have, the community would have created, an easier way for people to onboard and get going into the ecosystem. That to me is the biggest issue with what's going on with EOS. And they have a resource, what do they call it, boot up or some resource model startup or something, reboot, that they're talking about doing. Power Up, it's called Resource Power Up, B1 Power Up, where they're trying to change a lot of that, the way that EOS works and the barrier to entry that we have with onboarding new entrants or new users. So I mean, to me, I like the way that Wax does that, and that's why they're bigger than EOS when it comes to NFTs. They've kind of tailored their code, their EOS.io code, to NFT markets. So
they look at it like EOS is the foundation to Wax.
yeah, to Wax, to Telos. Telos uses EOS.io as well. But they modified it in a way, again, better than how EOS is running their governance. Telos does a much better job at allowing governance right at that application level.
So do you see this as like a too much decentralization is a bad thing? Like too much of a good thing is a bad thing in that sense?
For which
EOS, for EOS, as opposed to something like Wax.io that is like a centralized business building. EOS is more decentralized, so it may not have like that same benefit, but it still, I think, survives the detriments of the centralization, because a lot of people I talk to about Wax NFTs always bring up the centralization of Wax.io and all that, and I'm just like, all right, like, I guess.
I mean, but we're not talking about currency here per se,
right?
So it's different. You should be concerned if it was Bitcoin that was centralized like Wax, or you know what I'm saying, or Litecoin or Dogecoin or something where it's an actual currency. I would be more concerned. But since we're talking about NFTs, I mean, they're NFTs. They're going to be using gaming. It's going to be, so to me, it's not as big of an issue as it would be if we were talking about a cryptocurrency per se.
Got you. Sorry, I started laughing a little bit. Somebody subscribed, and I forgot I set up that thing. So when people subscribe to my channel, a bong rip sound effect goes off. And I started hearing a bong rip, and I'm looking around like, but there's nobody here. And I looked at my bong, and I'm like, but I'm not. And I was like, oh, they subscribed. So thanks for subscribing.
Can you hear it on the stream? I can't hear
it. Yeah, I think.
Okay.
Let me know in the chat if you guys heard the bong rip. I hope that they could hear it. Oh man, that would be weird if they couldn't.
So, my man said that Wax was launched by a company, EOS was launched by a community. This is true. EOS was definitely launched by a community, but a lot of the issues that I think the community is having, and this is maybe a canary in the coal mine event with my man Dan Larimer leaving, maybe EOS or Block One is going to fold and become straight up KYC government, just straight, you know what I'm saying? Like appease all the way to the government just for the sake of growth. And they may go that route. Now, maybe Dan Larimer saw that and was getting frustrated and had to dip,
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, I read his note on Hive, his letter on Hive, and that's kind of, I read between the lines, and it seems like that's what's going on. So the beautiful thing about it, again, with blockchain, you can take that EOSIL code, modify it to your liking, and do what you do, and that's why we have Telos is great. Wax is doing their thing with the NFT world,
That's why I tell people to watch, the NFT space, because it's going to be the catalyst of the blockchain and currency side of things. And that's what I think we're seeing happen with Wax and Telos exactly doing with EOS, is that the NFTs are their biggest, kind of like most successful proofs of concepts, what you can do with EOS. You know what I mean? Like, to see what they have done, Wax and Telos, big corporations coming in, like those Fortune 500 skyscrapers and shit, like, they're going to be like, yo, you know what we could do if they can do that? You know what I mean? Like, look what we can do. That's what they're going to be saying about it. And that's what I think is like I'm bigger on utility. So, like, I'm not so much of an investor. Otherwise, I'd probably be investing in EOS, but I like the utility of Wax. So that's why I buy it, use it, stake it.
Absolutely.
I'm a utilitarian. But if you're a developer building on things, that's like, EOS is going to be your Play-Doh and your mold, your clay that you build into things.
A lot of people write off EOS because of its price performance. They're looking at the wrong freaking thing, man. You're not looking at you're looking at the wrong thing, and the markets have definitely mispriced EOS, and it may be mispriced for a reason, for a good reason, because the onboarding is such a shitty process. But at the same time, I think that EOS will have its day.
Well, that's the time will come type of a thing, like no need to rush type stuff. It's like kind of almost like Destiny in a way.
Yeah, but like I said, I use Blocktivity, Ken. Blocktivity.info is what I use to, you ask Crypto Blood what's his top 5 coins, 9 times out of 10 they are on their top 10 in Blocktivity, on Blocktivity's list. So, EOS. I even like Hedera. That's very centralized, but again, it has its purpose. I think it's going to be a great corporate blockchain, for the Fortune 500 companies and stuff like that. So Hedera is good.
They're definitely going to need their on ramps and specific, catered services that a lot of people just aren't building right now.
Exactly.
Like, that's a scarce resource for corporations, is like their tools that they need, their tool sets. Everybody else has their little play box in this sandbox, but they just don't have that yet, or not many anyway.
Right.
So, just to wrap things up, anything that you're using recently, anything that you kind of like got your hands on that you've been dabbling with, or anything that caught your attention, blockchain games, NFTs, any utility, anything that you can do something with that you've been doing with?
Not necessarily as of late. I've been really just kind of doing a lot of investing, buying more Hedera since it's popped. I'm more, you're more the utilitarian guy. I'm more the speculator, investor.
I use what eventually pops. You know what I mean? I'm the guy that was like, oh yeah, well, I liked it. That's probably why I took off. I probably should have invested in it.
Right. But no, I've been buying a lot of, I've had a lot of Telos already. I'm very excited about that.
Well, that's, I guess, something new. I mean, that's really new to this space, is taking, what Telos did with the T-bonds. Which ones did you get? Anything that, you don't have to disclose if you don't want to. I was just curious. Did you get any, like, 2 years, I think, was the max?
No, those sold out so quickly.
Yeah, I didn't know if you got in on that. How's the secondary market sales on those? I haven't really looked into
Haven't
that.
looked. Haven't looked. But
I'm
everything
very
is sold
interested.
out, so it's going to be interesting to see. But
Yeah.
Telos is probably the most excited, most that I'm excited about right now. You know, they're going to be bridging and creating a Telos ERC20 token. So that's going to be on Uniswap. When that happens, man, this thing is going to take off.
I've
From a
called
price
this
perspective.
for about a year and a half now, maybe even close to 2, that it will be other blockchains that will build the interoperability to Ethereum and Bitcoin. The inside core developers for Bitcoin and Ethereum are not going to be responsible for any of the interoperability that starts.
Of course not.
It's
That
all
doesn't.
going to
It's
happen
not
from the
beneficial to
outside.
them. Yeah,
Right.
it's not beneficial to them. So I agree with you wholeheartedly there. Telos has a EVM, Ethereum Virtual Machine. They got a lot of stuff, bro. A sleeper. I'm not trying to shill right now, but I'm just saying, like, that's what I'm most excited about right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure the chat will do their own research. Let me know in the Telegram what you guys find out and think, man. I mean, I'm really into, like NFTs that farm things or staking or,
Yeah, I've got some I got some Dago pitchforks.
yeah,
I got a whole bunch of
yeah. I
those.
remember we were
Yeah,
talking about that, man.
yeah,
I
I
got
got
some,
those.
I got some
They're
Alien
farming.
Worlds land. People farm on my land for me, which is weird. You know what I mean? It's like I don't ask them to or make them or incentivize it, but I'll just look at my wallet. Sometimes I'm like, what? People are farming on my land? That's so cool. It's like weird to see, like, you know what I mean? Just like pass. It's like it is. We're at that state now where crypto has become that genie in the bottle of passive income. Like that was unobtainable before crypto. And then as it grew, it became more and more and more passive. Thanks to DeFi. I mean, DeFi and a lot of like the DEXs, like that changed the game for it all.
Yeah, very true.
You know,
But
like how many people hold their coins in a hardware wallet now? It's
right.
like
Yeah.
what you call
But
it?
I'm just
William.
skeptical about.
Oh, go ahead. What are you skeptical about?
I'm just skeptical about, too good to be true, and the forces, the big boys coming in doing something.
Mr.
to
Going
disrupt
Parabolic
this.
just made $1 million in interest on BlockFi. You think people aren't looking at their Bitcoin hardware wallet and going, yo, Treasure, why ain't you doing this shit? Like,
Right.
poking their ledger, poking their keep key. Like, come on, do something. Like, now Bitcoin went from whatever to 45K, and they're still
Right.
saying, come on, do something. They're going to do something with things like BlockFi or Celsius Network, or on that next scale of a more decentralized thing, exactly like it. We're seeing more solutions where you give up less and less of risk, where it's actually like you could just hold your keys in your wallet and just say, this is my wallet's address, and as long as shit don't move, you're good to go. But you never had to give up your key. That is going to be, and that's why I
gonna be
love the
dope.
concept of like passive crypto or passive earning cryptos, because that is with like it is possible. It's not possible with fiat. Yes, it's always been a scam in fiat. But in crypto, yeah, you throw $10 into something, stake it, you're going to be getting whatever those rewards are. You know, and that's what I think is really going to be interesting to see, the power of like not just like you and me being our own bank, but corporations and companies are going to look at this and see how like Wax is and how Atari is and how they're like staking the Wax they get from the NFTs they sell, and it just like businesses are going to be like, well, we could be our own bank. Like they're going to exodus the banking ecosystem at corporate levels now.
Well, we're seeing that. We're seeing that with Tesla, with MicroStrategy.
Facts. That's the next step, isn't it? Though this
Yeah.
is like them saying peace
Yeah.
in a very civil way, bro. Like the flag has been raised.
Yep.
He had to one up Michael Saylor too. You saw that, right? He was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I bought 1.3 billion in Bitcoin." Elon Musk's like, "All right, fine. I bought 1.5."
Yeah.
I saw that, and I was as
That
soon
was-
as I saw, it, I was like, "Ooh, that was a jab." Elon's
Absolutely.
sneaky. All right, let me wrap
Absolutely.
things up, man. Where can people go to get in touch with you and your community, bro? Because I know you got a Telegram and everything, and you got your
Yeah,
little
well,
cult.
we kind of moved over to Discord. I got a Discord room, Red Pill Zone. I think there's a link on my Twitter profile. So if you guys want to join that room, check me out there. My Twitter is CryptoBlood_. YouTube is CBTV Crypto Blood, and that's it, man. Of course, on Library. Check me out.
Yes, Library. Just watch it all in Library. I mean, you could actually earn crypto
Yeah.
from watching a video on Library.
Yeah.
But it sounds too scammy to say out loud all the time, doesn't it, though?
It does.
Like, it just sounds
it
so
does.
weird to say out loud, like talking to somebody from Facebook about it. It's just like, I get it. I see where you're coming from. Like, I just
Right.
told you get paid to watch a video. Like, yeah, that sounds scammy. But it's so true.
It's so true. It's so true. So
You can
check me out
definitely
over
earn
there.
it.
And you know, I haven't spent any of my library tokens, so that's just earning.
Yeah, I just stack
Libraries.
it, actually. And I have this thing here. I don't know. Did they send you one of these cool little doodad things? In case of censorship, break glass.
That's funny.
And now I have a library branded hardware wallet for my library.
Nice.
So I've never sold. I just keep stacking it.
Nice.
I like social media currencies, you know, the platforms like that, like Steam and Hive and all those things. Like, I never sold any of that stuff, Splinterlands currencies, and I just keep earning it and stacking it. And if the platform does well, great. But I never really look at it as like, you know, I'm going to invest or whatever. I'm just like using it passively, playing and tweeting.
I'm changing. I'm doing it differently this time, Ken, because I used to sell a lot of my Steam tokens when I was earning a lot of money over there.
That was my free piggy bank back then, man. I mean, I did
So
I
I'm
did
not
dump
touching
on
the library
Steam, though.
stuff.
I did dump on Steam when they pulled the whole thing and
The
and
Tron
Hive.
stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I still use Steam. I mean, I can't say I don't. I post to it because I have things linked up that use both Hive and Steam and other things. But that's just because I don't want to demonize a platform because of, for whatever, you know, deity reasons. Like, that just ain't me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But yeah. All right, we'll wrap this up, guys. Thanks everybody for tuning in. I appreciate all the support and love in the
Always
chat.
a pleasure with Ken Bozak.
Shout out to Vim. If you
bro.
guys are watching over on Vim.tv, let me know. Shout out to Bad Aussie. Much appreciated. I cannot say that username out loud, but I love that emoji you just used. That is awesome. Use more of them, please. Yeah, I don't know how to even explain it. That is an amazing emoji on Vim right now in the chat. Thank you for that. I needed it. All right, we're out. Have a day.
All right, peace. Holla.
There are many different ways to buy Bitcoin, but the cheapest and fastest way to buy Bitcoin with cash is with a CoinFlip Bitcoin ATM. CoinFlip ATMs allow anyone to buy Bitcoin with the lowest fees and within just a few steps. Hi, I'm Amy, and I'm one of the hundreds of store owners who partner with CoinFlip. In this convenient store, we host a CoinFlip Bitcoin ATM. We earn passive income, more foot traffic, and we get free advertising done by the CoinFlip team. Getting the ATM was easy. We just contact the CoinFlip team at info@coinflip.tech, and they handle everything with no cost to the store owner. This includes installation, maintenance, marketing, and even 24/7 customer service. We just provide a small space within the store. To get your own CoinFlip Bitcoin ATM and join the monetary revolution, contact CoinFlip today. info@coinflip.tech or fill out the form at request.coinflip.tech. 773-800-0106.